here. Thank you for coming to this preview. We have our understudies performing today, so we're really excited to get to watch them, and they have just been doing amazing. I cannot say enough about Howard and Kate and Phoebe and these wonderful understudies that we have. So I really hope that you enjoy watching them. If you come back, then you'll see those same people in different roles. And then remember that we have shows tomorrow night through Saturday night at 7, and then we also have a Saturday matinee. So this is the Crrucilbe. So the Crrucilbe was written in the 50s during the communist kind of era of, there was this Red Scare during this time period in the United States. And Arthur Miller, who wrote this play, was noticing the similarities between the hunt for communists in Hollywood and throughout the government, that he kind of started to feel in his mind like it was a witch hunt. And so he started doing some research on Salem, Massachusetts, and the witch hunts of that time period, and he wrote this play. And I think that this is very applicable to our time period, and maybe throughout all of time. Humans tend to have this need to have their own ideology and then find enemies to that ideology. And we're living in a kind of divisive political landscape right now. And this show has, I think, some answers in it for divisiveness. And so I'd like us to kind of think about that today as we're watching this show. What does John Proctor do in the face of divisiveness and different ideologies clashing? And I think that at least I've come up with some things where I've learned from both John Proctor and Goody Proctor and some of the characters in this show that I'm going to take with me into my life and think about using those things when I face clashing in politics or other areas of life. I believe in these students. I'm so excited for them to get to perform for you today. I hope that you enjoy this show. Thank you for coming.
Out of here!
Betty, not go die.
Out of my sight! Out of my... God, help me. Betty, child, dear child, will you wake? Will you open up your eyes? Betty, little one.
Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here with Dr. Griggs.
Oh, let her come. Let her come. What does the doctor say, child?
He bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he discovered no medicine for it in his books.
And he must search on.
Aye, sir, he's been searching his books since he left you. He bid me tell you that you might want to look to unnatural things for the present.
No, there'd be no unnatural cause here. Tell him I've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural cause here. There be none.
Aye, sir, he bid me tell you. Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
I pray for her. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down there and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, sir, also in her.
And what shall I say to them? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest?
We did dance, Uncle. Let you tell them I confessed it, and I'll be whipped if I must be. But they're speaking witchcraft. Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
Uncle, we did dance. And when you leaped out of the bush so suddenly, Betty was frightened, and she fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Now look, you child, your punishment will come in its time. But if you traffic with spirits in the forest, I must know it now, for surely my enemies will, and they will ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
Then why can she not move herself since midnight? It must come out. My enemies will bring it out. Let me know what you have done. Abigail, do you understand that I have many enemies?
I have heard it, Uncle.
There's a faction that has sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such corruption, my household is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
Sport, Uncle.
You call this sport? Abigail, if you know something that'll help the doctor, for God's sake, tell it to me.
There's nothing more, I swear it, Uncle.
Tell me true, Abigail, and I pray you feel the weight of the truth upon you, for now my ministry is at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abominations you have done, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I
There's
don't
nothing
put it down
more.
there.
I swear it.
I have given you a home, child. I put clothes upon your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the town. It is entirely white, is it not?
I am sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
Miguel, is there any other cause you have told me if you've been discharged from Goody Proctor's service? I've heard it said, and I'll tell as I heard it, that she comes so rarely to church this year, for she will not sit so close to something soiled. What signified that remark?
She hates me, Uncle. She must, for I would not be her slave. It's a bitter woman, a lying, cold, sniveling woman, and I will not work for such a woman.
She may be, and yet it has troubled me that you are now 7 months out of their house and no other family is called for your service.
They want slaves, not such as I. Do you begrudge my bed, Uncle?
No.
My name is good in the village. I will not have it said my name is soiled. Goody Proctor is a gossiping liar.
Oh, Goody Putnam, come in.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Putnam, it's not.
How high did you fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down white as a bird, he said.
Now look you, Goody Putnam, she never... Oh, good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It is a providence. The thing is out now. It is a providence.
What's up, sir? What's up?
Why, her eyes are closed. Look you in.
But that's strange. Ours is open.
Your roof is sick?
I'd not call it sick, Mr. Paris. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. Death driving into unfortunate hoof.
No, pray not. Why, how does her fail?
She never waked this morning, but her eyes is open, and she walks, and fears not, and sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much experience in all demonic arts.
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
So Goody Putnam, they only thought that were a witch, and I'm certain there be no element of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft. Now look you, Mr. Hale.
Thomas, Thomas, I pray you leap not to witchcraft. I know that you least of all, Thomas, would ever wish so disastrous a charge laid upon me. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They'll howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.
Mr. Paris, I've taken part in all your contention here, and I will continue. But I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas, you cannot.
Mr. Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized on this earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hardy babies born. And yet, each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have spoken nothing, but my heart has clamored its nations. And now this year, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. Like stuck in mouth of pulling on her life too. So I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba? What may Tituba happen?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Goody Anne, it is a formidable sin to conjure the dead.
I take it on my soul. Who else may surely tell us who murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris, and mark this as proof, mark it. My Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits last night. For how else is she struck down now unless empowered darkness will stop her mouth? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdered witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what they will. You cannot blink it more.
You were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Tituba and Ruth.
Abigail will proper payment for my charity. Now I am undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house! In my house, Thomas! They will topple me with this! They'll make of it a...
Your pardons? I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why are you home? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze earlier.
Oh, there's a sign of life.
I would fear no more, Lady Putnam. It was a grand sneeze. Another like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure of it.
Would you leave me now, Thomas? I would pray a while alone.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down?
No! No, I have no answer for that crowd. I will wait till Mr. Hale arrives. If you will, Goody Anne.
Now look you, sir. Let you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak to them, pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray with them.
I'll lead them in a song, but let you speak nothing of witchcraft yet. I will not discuss it.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth, do you hear?
I'm,
She starts from the window and cry for me at once.
I will, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her arms today.
What's her sick?
it's weirdish, I know that. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night.
Betty! Now stop this, Betty! Sit up now!
Have you tried beating her? I gave my Ruth a good one in a mixer for a minute.
No, he'll be coming up. Listen now. If they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I've told him as much already.
What more?
He knows Tituba conjured Ruth's sisters to come out of the grave.
And what more?
Saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus.
Abby, what do we do? The village is out. I just come from the farm. The whole country's talking witchcraft, Abby. They've been calling us witches.
She needs to tell, I know it.
Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging ever. A hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. We must tell the truth, Abby. We'll only be whipped for dancing. Oh, the other thing.
We'll be whipped.
I never done none of it, Abby. I only looked.
Oh, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren? What a grand, peeping courage you have.
Betty? Betty, wake up now. It's Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty. Why are you still thinking? I talked to your papa and told him everything. So there's nothing to... I want my mama. What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried. I'll fly, Mama. Let me fly. I told him everything. He knows now. You're taking what? Abby, you didn't tell him that.
Betty, you will never see.
You did. You did. You drink a charm till John Proctor's wife. You drink a charm till good and Proctor. Shut it now. Shut it. Now look, you, all of you, we danced, and Tituba conjured Ruth's sisters, and that is all. And mark this, let either of you breathe a word, or the edge of a word, and I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it.
I saw Indians smash my dear parents' heads on the pillow next to mine. And I've seen some reddish work done at night, and I can make you wish you would never seen the sun go down. Now you, sit up and stop this.
Mommy, what's got her? She's gonna die.
I say shut it, Maryborn. Oh, I'm just going home, Mr. Proctor.
Be you foolish, Maryborn? You deaf? I forbid you to leave the house, did I not?
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show the great doing on your arse one of these days. I'll get you home. My wife's waiting for your work.
I'd best be off. Back to my Ruth. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
I almost forgot how strong you are, John Proctor.
What's this mischief here?
Oh, she's only gone silly somehow.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were dancing in the woods last night, and my uncle leaped in on us. She took pride as all.
You're wicked yet, aren't you, Abby?
Give me a word, John.
No, Abby.
A soft word.
That's done with.
Come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly.
I come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. But put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
Abby, I never give you hope to wait for me.
I have something better than hope, I think.
Abby, you'll put it out of mind. I'll not be coming for you more.
Surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutch my back behind your house and sweat like a stallion whenever I come near. Or did I dream that? It's she who put me out. You cannot pretend it were you. I saw your face when she put me out, and you loved me then, and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing may say wild things. I have seen you since she put me out. I have seen you nights.
Abby, I've hardly stepped off my farm this summer.
I have a sense for heat, John. Yours has drawn me to my window, and I have seen you looking up, burning in your loneliness. Do you tell me you have not looked up at my window?
I may have looked up.
And you must. You are no wintry man, John. I know you. I know you.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I'll ever reach for you again. Put it out of mind, Abby. We never touched.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
I marvel how such a strong man may let such a sickly
You
wife.
will speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blackening my name in the village. She is telling lies about me. She is a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her. Let her turn you like a...
You look for whipping?
I look for John Proctor. He took me from my seat and put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the line lessons I was taught by all these Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the light out of my eyes. I will not. I cannot. You love me, John Proctor, and whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, pity me. Pity me.
You know I can't do that. I only come here because I need to. What's happening? Dora, what is it? Stop that! What's going on? What are you doing, Dora? Betty! Betty!
The song. She cannot bear to the Lord's name.
No, God forbid! Where's he running to the doctor? What's happening there?
So mark it for a sign. Mark it.
That is the Tory sign of witchcraft, you little goody nurse. Go get this sign.
My mother told me that. And I cannot bear to the name of...
Rebecca, help us, we're lost. You certainly cannot bear to hear the words.
I've not said a word. No one here can say I've said a word. Is she going to fly? Can I hear she flies?
Man, be quiet now.
What have you done?
What do you make of it, Rebecca?
Goody nurse, will you go to my Ruth and see if you can wake her?
I think she'll wake in time. Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I've seen them all through their silly season. And when I come on them, they will run the double bow like a keeping up with their mischief. And she'll wait when she hires them.
Aye, that's the truth, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My roof's bewildered. Rebecca, she cannot eat.
Perhaps she's not hungry yet. I hope to run out to send the girls for spiritual prayers. I've heard promise of that outside.
A wide opinion is running in the parish that the devil may be among us. And I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
Then let you come out and call them wrong. Did you consult the wardens before calling this minister to search for devils?
He's not coming to search for devils.
Then what's he coming for?
There be children dying in this village, mister.
I see none dying. Did you call a meeting before you?
I'm sick of meetings. Cannot a man turn his head without he have a meeting?
He may turn his head, but not to hell.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Paris, I think you best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing again in society, and we've got to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on the doctor now for good prayer.
Rebecca, the doctor's baffled.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in sympathy with spirits. Let us rather blame ourselves
How
and
may we blame ourselves? I'm one of 9 sons, the potency that peopled this province. And yet, I have one child left of 8, and now she shrivels.
I cannot fathom that.
But I must. You think it's God's work that you should never lose a child, and I bury all but one? There are wheels within wheels in this village, fires within fires.
When Reverend Hale comes, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this society, not by acreage.
I never heard you so worried on this society, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at established meetings since snow fell.
I have trouble enough without I come 5 miles to hear and preach of only hellfire and bloody damnation. Take it to heart, Mr. Paris. There are many others who stay away from church these days. You hardly mention God anymore.
Why, that's a drastic charge.
It's so not true. There are many that quell to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations toward this ministry.
Are there really those unmindful?
I'd say the better half of Salem Village.
And more than that,
Where is my wood? My contract provides I be supplied with all my firewood. I've been waiting since November for a stick. And even in November, I've had to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You are allowed £6 a year to buy the wood, Mr. Paris.
I regard that £6 as my salary. I'm paid little enough without I spend £6 on firewood.
60 plus 6 for firewood.
The salary is £66, Mr. Proctor. I'm not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I am a graduate of Harvard College.
I am well instructed in arithmetic.
Mr. Corey, you look far for a man of my kind at £60 a year. I'm not used to this poverty. I do not fathom it. Why am I persecuted here? I cannot offer one proposition, but there be a howling riot of argument. I have often wondered if the devil may be in it somewhere. I cannot understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister who ever did demand the deed to this house.
Man, don't ministers deserve a house to live in?
To live in, yes. To ask for ownership is like shall own the meeting house itself. Last time I was there, you spoke so long on deeds and mortgages, I thought it were an auction.
I want a mark of confidence, is all. I'm your 3rd preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like a cat when some majority feels the wind. You people seem not to comprehend that the minister is the Lord's man in the parish. A minister is not so lightly crossed and contradicted.
I.
There's either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without me landing hell again? I am sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor. You can tell that to your followers.
My followers?
There's a party in this church. I'm not blind. There's a faction and a party.
Against you?
against him in all authority.
Why? Then I must find it and join it.
He does not mean that.
He confessed it now.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. I do not like the smell of this authority.
No. You cannot break charity with your minister. You are other kind, John. Clasp his hand, make your peace.
I've a crop to sow and lumber to haul home. What say you, Giles? He says there's a party. Let's find the party.
I've changed my opinion of this man, John. Mr. Parrish, I beg your pardon. I never thought he had so much iron in you.
Why, thank you, Giles.
It's just to the mind what the trouble be among all these years. Being caught in wherefore, and everybody to eat everybody else. It's a deep thing, dark as a pit. I've been 6 times in court this year.
Isn't the devil's fault a man cannot say good morning without you clapping for defamation? You're old, Giles, and you're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof off your house, and
I never said no such thing. But I've paid you for it. So I hope that means I can call you deaf without charge. Now help me drag my lumber home, Giles.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber that you dragging, if I may ask you?
My lumber, from out my forge by the riverside.
Why, surely you've gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That tract is in my bounds. It is in my bounds, Mr. Proctor.
In your bounds, I bought that tract off Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It stands clear my grandfather built up all the land between
Your grandfather had a habit of willing land that never belonged to him, if I may say it plain.
That's God's truth. He nearly willed away my North pastor, but he knew I'd break his fingers before he'd set his name to it. Let's get your lumber home now, John. I feel something will work coming on.
You load one oak of mine and you'll fight to drag it home.
Aye, and we'll win too, Putnam. This fool and I. Come on.
I'll have my men on you, Corey. I'll clap a writ on you!
Are you supposed to take me?
Oh, Mr. Ham, it's good to see you again. Hi, there, heavy.
Why, they must be. They are waiting with authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
We shall need hard study if it comes to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse?
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Do you know this gentleman, Mr. Thomas Putnam, his good wife Anne?
Ah, Putnam. I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too?
Her soul seems flown. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men have addicted children?
No, these are farmers. John Crawford.
You don't believe in witches?
I never said one thing or another on witches. Have anything come, Giles?
No, John. I think not. I have some few queer questions of my own to ask this fellow.
I urge you to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. Help him be someone in Salem.
Mr. Hale, you look at my daughter. She's tried to leap out the window. We discovered her this morning on the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
As fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That's a sure sign of witchcraft afloat.
Now, sir, what were your first warning of this strangeness?
Why, discovered her and my niece and 10 or 12 of the other girls dancing in the forest last night.
Permit dancing.
No, it were secret.
Mr. Paris's servant has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
We cannot be sure of that, goody
I
Anne.
know it. I sent my child that she can learn from Tituba, who murdered her sisters.
Goody Anne, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me. Not you, Rebecca. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Is it natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
Shh.
7 men in childbirth?
I.
What's there, sir?
In these books, the devil stands stripped of all his disguises. Here are all your familiar spirits. Your incubi, your succubi, your witches that go by land, by air, and by sea. Your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear. If he has come among us, I can find him out. And if he is here, I will crush you utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot say. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I'll go then. I am too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you do not mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come, Mr. Hale. Let's get on.
Mr. Hale, I've always wanted to ask a learned man what signifies of reading the strange books.
What books?
I cannot tell, she hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife, I have waited at night many a time. I've found her in a corner reading a book. And what do you make of that?
Why, that's not necessarily...
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this. I tried and could not say my prayers. And she closed her book and walks out the house. And then suddenly, mark this, I could pray again.
Ah, the stoppage of prayer. That is strange. We should speak further with you on that.
I'm not saying she's touched the devil now.
I will discuss it. Now then, if the devil is truly in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please keep your wits about you. Putnam, stand close to me, she replies. Now, Betty dear, will you sit up? Betty, I am Reverend John Hale, minister of Beverly. Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
Oh, how can it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike? We have all manner of licentious people in the village.
What good would the devil have to a soul already bad? It is the best the devil wants, and better than a minister.
That's deep, Mr. Paris. Deep. Deep.
Betty, answer Mr. Hale. Betty!
Does someone afflict you, child? Perhaps some bird invisible to others, or a pig, or a mouse, or any beast at all. Is some figure bids you fly? confirms. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing in this forest?
I think I'll say I saw a kettle in the grass where they were dancing.
That Roni soup.
What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
Why, it were beans and lentils, I think.
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in the kettle? Spider, perhaps? Mouse? Frog?
I do believe there was some movement in the soup.
That jumped in.
What?
We never put it in.
What jumped in?
Why, a very little frog jumped
A
in.
frog, Abby?
Abigail, it may be your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him Tituba. Tituba.
She called the devil.
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up?
Did your cousin forget to brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I'm a proper girl. She made me do it. She made Betty do it.
Abby!
She makes me drink blood.
Blood!
My baby's blood? No, chicken blood. I give her chicken blood. She sends her spirit on me at church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
She's often left at prayer.
She comes to me at night to go and drink blood. You begged me to conjure. She begged me to make charm. Don't lie. She comes to me while I sleep. She's always making me drink corruptions. Why'd you say that, Abby? Sometimes I wake and find myself standing in an open doorway with not a stitch on my body. I hear her laughing and singing her songs and tempting me. Mr. Reverend, I never.
Now, Tituba, I want you to wake this child.
I have no power over this child,
You
sir.
most certainly do, and you will free her from it now. When did you compact with the devil?
I don't compact with no devil, sir.
Why can she not wake? Are you silencing this child?
I love my Betty.
You've set your soul out upon this child, have you not?
I love my Betty.
You confess yourself, I'll take you out and whip you to death, Tituba. This woman must be hanged. She must be taken and hanged.
No, don't hate Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
The devil?
Then you saw him. Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break with it. We are going to help you tear yourself free.
Mr. Reverend, I do believe someone else may be witching these children.
Who?
I don't know, sir, but the devil got himself numerous witches.
Does he? It is a clue. Tituba, look into my eyes. Come, look into me. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not, Tituba?
I, sir, a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children?
I don't desire to hurt little children, sir.
And you love God, Tituba?
I love God with all my being.
Now, in God's holy name,
Bless him, bless him.
and to his glory,
Eternal glory, bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
When the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Someone you know, perhaps? Someone in the village?
Who came with him? Sarah Good. Did you see Sarah Good with him? Or Uncle?
Was it man or woman come with him?
Man or woman? It was woman.
What woman? A woman, you said. What woman?
Well, it was black dark hair.
You could see him. Why could you not see her?
He was always talking. He was always running around and carrying
You
on.
mean
And
out of Salem? Salem witches.
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Tituba, you must have no fear to face who they are. Do you understand? We will protect you. The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
Yes, sir. Oh, I do.
You are God's instrument put into our hands to help cleanse this village. You are chosen, Tituba. You are selected to help us cleanse this village. And God will bless you for your help.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Hill.
You must have no fear to give us all their names. You have confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish to come to heaven's side.
Oh, God, protect Tituba.
Who came to you with the devil? 2, 3, 4, how many?
4. There was 4.
Who? Their name. Their names.
Oh, how many times have you been to kill you, Mr. Paris?
Kill me.
He tell me Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, mean man. Mr. Paris, no goodly man, and no gentleman, and he bid me to rise out of my bed and cut your throat. But I tell him no. I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man,
say you work for me, Tituba, and I make you free. I give you pretty dress to wear, but you hide in the end. I say, you lie, Tubby, you lie! And then he'd come to me once one night, and he'd say, look, I people belong to me, Tituba. And I look, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good!
Hi, sir, Goody Osborne. I knew it. Goody Osborne midwife to me 3 times. I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged him not to call for Osborne because I feared her. My baby's always shriveled in her hands.
Take courage, Tituba. You must give us all their names. How can you bear to see this child suffering? Look at her, Tituba. Look at her God-given innocence. Her soul is so tender. We must protect her, Tituba. The devil is out and preying upon her, like a beast upon the flesh of a pure lamb. God will protect you and bless you for your help.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced for the devil. I wrote in his book. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw George Jacob with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
She speaks! She speaks!
Glory to God, it is broken, they are free.
I saw Martha Bellis with the devil. I saw Goody Simmer with the devil.
The marshal! I'll call the marshal!
I saw Al Sparrow with the devil.
Let the marshal retire.
I saw Goody Hawkins with the devil. I saw Goody Bibber with the devil. I saw Goody Booth with the devil. I saw Goody with the devil. What keeps you so late? It is almost dark.
I was planting far out by the forest edge.
Oh, you're done then.
Pray now for a fair summer.
Aye,
Are you well today?
I am.
I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood with the clods.
That's well.
If the cloth's good, how about I buy you George Jacob's supper? How would that please you?
Aye, it would.
I need to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
The farm's a continent when you go foot by foot dropping seed in it.
It must be.
You ought to bring some flowers into the home.
Oh, I forgot. I will tomorrow.
It's winter in here yet. On Sunday, let you come with me, and we'll walk the farm together. I've never seen such a load of flowers upon the earth. Lilacs have a purple smell. Lilac is the smell of nightfall, I think. Massachusetts is a beauty in the spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you are sad again, aren't you?
You come so late. I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why, I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
I have thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her to go to Salem anymore.
I couldn't stop her. She frightened all my strength away.
How may that mouse frighten you, Elizabeth? You...
It is a mouse no more. I forbid her go, and she raises up her chin like the daughter of a prince, and lays to me, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I am an official of the court.
Court? What court?
It is a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says, weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Why, she's mad.
I would to God she were. There be 14 people in the jail now, she says, and they'll be tried, and the court have the power to hang them too, she says.
Are they never
The
hanged?
deputy governor promised hanging if they'll not confess, John. The town's gone wild, I think. She speak of Abigail, and I thought she were a saint to hear her. Abigail brings the other girls into the court, and where she walks the crowd will part like the sea for Israel. And folks folks are brought before them, and if they scream and howl and fall to the floor, the person's clapped into jail for bewitching them.
It is a black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them it is a fraud.
Aye, it is, surely.
Let you go to Goody Cheever. She knows you well. And tell her what she said to you last week in her uncle's house. She said it had naught to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye, they must. It is a wonder they do believe her.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good. Then let you think on it.
I'm only wondering how I prove what she told me. If the girl's a saint now, I think it is not easy to prove she's fraud. And with the town gone so silly, she told it to me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment, alone, I.
Why then is it not as you told me?
For a moment, I say. The others come in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman, I'll not have your suspicion anymore.
Well, I have no...
I'll not have it.
Then let you not earn it.
Doubt me yet.
John, if it were not Abigail that you must go to her, would you falter now? I think not.
Now look you.
I see what I see, John.
You will judge me no more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I'll think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband anymore. I have forgot Abigail,
And I.
Spare me! You forget nothing and you forgive nothing. Learn charity, woman. I've done tiptoe in the house in the 7 months that she's been gone. I've not moved from there to there without thinking to please you. And still, an everlasting funeral marches round your heart. I cannot speak, but I am doubted. Every moment judged for lies, as if I come into a court when I come into this house.
John, you are not open with me. You saw her with the crowd. You said,
I'll
now.
need my honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I am only trying
No more. I should have roared you down when you first told me your suspicion, but I wilted. And like a Christian, I confess. Some dream I had must have mistakenly forgot that day. But you're not. And let you remember it. Let you look sometimes for the goodness in me, and judge me not.
I do not judge you. The magistrate sits in your heart that judges you. I never thought you but a good man, John, only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice can freeze be. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
I'm sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddery. I am in the proceedings all day, sir.
And what are the proceedings here? When will we proceed to keep this house that you're paid £9 a year to do? And my wife not wholly well?
I made a gift for you today, Goody Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair, and I passed the time with sewing.
Why, thank you. It's a fair poppet.
We must all love each other now, Goody Proctor.
Aye, indeed we must.
I will get up early in the morning and clean the house. I must sleep now.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
Sir, there be 39 now.
Why, she's bleeding. Oh, Mary, what ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang, you say?
Aye.
The deputy governor will permit it?
They sentenced her. He must. But not Sarah Good. For Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confessed? To what?
She sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and wrote her name in his black book with her blood and bound herself to torment Christians till God's thrown down and we must all worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabber she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court, she choked us all to death.
How chokes you?
She sent her spirit out.
Oh, Mary, surely.
She tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor.
Why, I never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. She come into court, I say to myself, I must not condemn this woman, for she sleep in ditches and is so very old and poor. But then she sit there, denying, and I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back. The skin on my skull begins to creep. And then I feel a clamp about my neck, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a
voice, and it were my voice, and then all at once I remember everything she done to me.
Why, what has she done to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor, she come to this very door, begging bread and a cup of cider, and mark this, whenever I turned her away, she mumbled.
Mumble? She may mumble if she's hungry.
Aye, but what does she mumble? You must remember it, Goody Proctor. Last Monday, last month, a Monday, I think, I turned her away, and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. You must remember.
Well, I do, I think,
And
but
so I told that to Judge Hawthorne, and he asked her so. He said, Sarah Good, what curse do you mumble that this girl should fall ill after turning you away? And then she replied and said, why, Your Excellency, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments, says she.
and that's an upright answer.
Aye, but then Judge Hawthorne say, recite for us your commandments. And mark this, out of the 10, she could not say a single one. She never knew no commandments, and they had her in a flat lie.
And so condemned her.
And they must when she condemned herself.
But the proof, the proof!
I told you the proof, Mr. Proctor. It's hard proof. Hard as rock, the judges said.
We'll not go to court again, Mary Warren.
I must warn you, Mr. Proctor. I will be gone every day for some time now. I'm amazed you do not see what weighty work we do.
What work you do? It is strange work for a Christian girl to hang an old woman.
But, Mr. Proctor, we do not hang them if they confess. You must see it, sir. It is God's work we do. I am an official of the court, they say.
I'll official you!
I'll not stand whipping anymore.
Mary, promise now we'll stay up.
The devil's loose in Salem, Mr. Proctor, and we must discover
I'll
where
whip
he's
the devil out of you!
I saved her life today.
I am accused.
Somewhat mentioned. But I say I never see her send her spirit out to hurt no one. And seeing as I do live so closely with her, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I am bound by law. I cannot tell it. I only hope you'll not be so sarcastical to me no more, Mr. Proctor. 4 judges and the king's deputy sat to dinner with us but an hour ago. I would have you speak civilly to me from this out.
Go to bed.
I'll not be ordered to bed no more, Mr. Proctor. I am 18 and a woman, however single.
You wish to sit up? Then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then!
Good night. The noose is up.
There'll be no news.
She wants me dead. I knew all week would come to this.
They dismissed it. You heard her
And
say.
what of tomorrow? She will cry me out until they take me. She wants me dead, John. You know it.
Now we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Fear nothing. I'll find Cheever. I'll tell Goody Cheever she sent her all for sport.
John, with so many in the jail, more than Cheever's help is needed now, I think. Would you favor me with this? Go to Abigail.
What have I to say to Abigail?
Oh, John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
Well, spoke or silent, a promise is surely made, and she may dote on it now. I'm sure she does, and thinks to kill me then to take my place. It is her dearest hope, John, I know it. There be 1,000 names, why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in calling such a name. I'm no goody good that sleep in ditches, nor Osborne drunk and half-witted. She dare not call out such a farmer's wife, but there be monstrous profit in it. She thinks to take my place, John.
She cannot think it.
John, she cannot pass you in the church, but you will blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you be somewhat ashamed, for I am there and she's so close.
When will you know me, woman? Were I stone, I would have cracked for shame this 7 months.
Then go and tell her she's a whore. Whatever promise she may sense, break it, John, break it.
The promise a stallion gives a mare I gave that girl.
Then why do you anger with me when I bid you break it?
Because it speaks deceit, and I am honest, but I'll plead my honesty no more. I see now your spear twist around have a single heir of my life, and I will never tear it free.
You'll tear it free when you come to know that I'll be your only wife, or no wife at all! She hasn't arrowed you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well!
Good evening.
Why, Mr. Hale, good evening to you, sir.
I hope I do not startle you.
Oh, no. No, it's only that I heard no horse.
You are Goodwife Proctor.
I, Elizabeth.
I hope you're not off the bed yet.
No, no. We are not used to visitors after dark, but you are welcome here.
Goodwife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
No, it rebels my stomach, and I have some further traveling tonight. I have some business with you.
Business of the court.
No, I come of my own, without the court's authority. Hear me. I know not if you are aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
We know it, sir. Our Mary Warren told us. We are entirely in haste.
I am a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of them that could accuse before the court. And so this afternoon, and now tonight, I go from house to house. I come now from Rebecca Nurse's house, and
Rebecca's charged?
God forbid such a one be charged. She is, however, mentioned.
Well, you will never believe, I hope, that Rebecca trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
Surely you cannot think so.
This is a strange time, man. No man no longer doubt the powers of dark are a monstrous attack upon the village. There is too much evidence now to deny it. You will agree, sir?
I have no knowledge of that line, but it is hard to think so pious a woman be secretly a devil's whore after 70 years of such good prayer.
Aye, but the devil is a wily one.
You can do what you will in this house, but if you would like to ask questions, we have no fear of questions, sir.
Good then. I note that in Mr. Paris's book of records, you are very rarely in church on the Sabbath day.
No, sir, you are mistaken.
17 times in 26 months. I must call that rare.
Mr. Hale, I never knew I must account to that man for I come to church or stay at home. My wife were sick this winter.
So I've heard. But you, sir, why could you not come alone?
I surely did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house.
Your house is not a church, Mr. Proctor. Your theology must tell you that.
It does, sir, it does. And it tells me that a minister may pray to God without you have golden candlesticks.
What golden candlesticks?
Since we built the church, there were pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse made them, you know. A sweeter hand never touched metal. But then Paris came, and for 20 weeks preached nothing but golden candlesticks until he had them. I labor the earth from dawn of day to blink of night, and I tell you true, when I look to heaven and see my money glaring at his elbows, it hurts my prayer, sir. It hurts my prayer. I think that man dreams golden cathedrals, not clapboard meeting houses.
Aye, sir, but a Christian must be in church on the Sabbath day. Tell me, you have 3 children?
I, boys.
How comes that only 2 are baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Paris should lay his hands upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not conceal it.
That is not for you to decide, Mr. Proctor. The man's ordained, therefore the light of God is in him.
What's your suspicion, Mr. Hale?
No, I have no...
I have nailed the roof upon the church. I have hung the door.
Oh, have you? That is good then.
It may be I've been too quick to bring the man's book, but you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion. I think that is in your mind, is it not?
No, sir. There is a softness in your record, sir. A softness.
I think maybe we've been too hard with Mr. Paris. I think so, but sure we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your 10 commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. There be no mark of blame on my life, Mr. Hale. I am a covenanted Christian woman.
And you, sir?
I am sure I do, sir.
Did you read them?
The commandments.
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt keep the Sabbath day. Keep the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father. Thou shalt bear no false witness. Thou shalt not have any graven image.
You've said that twice.
Aye.
Adultery, John.
Aye. You see, sir, between the two of us, we do know them all. I think it to be a small fault.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
There be no love for Satan in this house, mister.
I agree dearly. Well then, I'll bid you good night.
Mr. Hill, I do think you are suspecting me somewhat. Are you not?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court.
John, you must tell me. Tell me.
What's that?
I have no witness, and cannot prove it except my word be taken. But I know the children's sickness had naught to do with witchcraft.
Not to do?
Mr. Parrish discovered them sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail?
Aye.
Abigail Williams told you it had naught to do with witchcraft?
She told me the day you came, sir.
Why? Why did you keep this?
I never knew till tonight the world has gone daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense, sir! I have examined Tituba, Surrogate, and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed it.
And why not? If they must hang for denying it, their method will swear to anything before they'll hang. Have you never thought of that?
I have. I haven't. Well then, can you testify to this in court?
I had not reckoned with going to court, but if I must, I will.
Do you falter here?
I falter nothing, but I may wonder if my story be credited in such a court. I do wonder it, when such a steady-minded minister as you will suspicion such a woman that has never lied and cannot, and the world knows she cannot. I may falter somewhat, mister.
Proctor, let you open with me, for I have a rumor that troubles me. It's said that you may not even hold belief that there be witches in the world.
I have no knowledge of it. I may have said it. I know not what I have said. I have wondered if there be witches in the world, but I cannot think they come among us now.
And you do not believe?
The Bible speaks of witches, and I'll not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot.
Elizabeth, you bewilder him.
I cannot think the devil may own a woman's soul, Mr. Hill, when she keeps an upright way as I have. I'm a good woman. I know it. And if you think I may only do good work in the world and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I must tell you, sir, I do not believe it.
But, woman, you do believe there are witches.
If you think I am one, then I say there are none.
She believed in the gospel, sir. Every word.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
Well then, you have a good way about it. Get that third child baptized.
John,
Giles, what's the matter?
they take my wife. And here's Rebecca.
Rebecca's in jail?
Hi, Cheever coming, they take her to the wagon. We've just now come from the jail, and they won't let us in to see her.
They've surely gone wild now, Mr. Hill.
Reverend Hale, surely you can speak to the deputy governor. I'm sure he mistakes these people. I mean, there's no way. Honestly.
Pray, calm yourself, listeners.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church. And Martha Corey. There cannot be a woman closer to God than Martha.
How is Rebecca charged, listeners?
With murder she's charged. The marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Believe me, Mr. Nurse. If Rebecca's charged, there'd be no way to stop the whole ritual from burning. Let you rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home, I know it.
You cannot mean she'll be tried in court.
Though our hearts break, we cannot flinch. These are strange new times, sir. The devil is alive in Salem, and we dare not quail to follow wherever the accusing finger points.
How can such a woman murder children?
Men, remember, until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Harrell. I only said she were reading books.
Mr. Corey, exactly what complaint were made on wife.
That blind one will walk on charger. See, he bought a pig on my wife 4 or 5 years ago. And then the pig died soon after. So he came dancing in for his money back. So my Martha, she says to him, walk off. If you haven't done with the feed pig properly, you'll not live to own them, she says. So he goes to court and claims that from that day to this, he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks because my Martha bewitched them with her books.
Why? Good achiever. Good evening.
Good evening all. Good evening, Mr. Hale.
I hope you come not on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I am a clerk of the court now, you know.
It's a pity, good achiever, that an honest sailor might have gone to heaven must burn in hell. You'll burn for this, do you know it?
You know yourself I must do as I'm told. Surely you know that, Giles. And I'd be as lief you not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it, I tell you, I like not the sound of it. Now believe me, Proctor, how heavy be the law. All its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
You said you were not charged.
I know nothing of it. When was she charged?
I'm given 16 more tonight, sir. She is one.
Who charged her?
Why, Abigail Williams charged her.
On what proof? What proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So will you hand me any poppets you like me to keep here?
Poppets.
I never kept no poppets, not since I were a girl. Ask by a poppet, good Proctor.
Oh. This is Mary's.
Would you please to give it to me? Has the court discovered a text in poppets now? Do you keep any others like this in the house?
No, nor this one either till tonight. What signifies a poppet?
Why, a poppet makes it... Now, woman! Will you please to come with me?
She will not. Fetch Mary, Elizabeth.
No, I'm forbid to leave her from my sight.
You'll leave her out of sight and out of mind. Fetch Mary here.
What signifies a poppet, good achiever?
Why, they say it may signify she... Why, this!
What's there?
Why, it is a needle. Herrick, it is a needle.
And what signifies a needle?
Why, this go hard with her, Proctor, this. I had my doubts, Proctor, I had my doubts. But here's calamity. You see it, sir?
Why? What meaning has it?
The girl, the Williams girl, Abigail Williams, sir. She sat to dinner in Reverend Paris's house tonight, and without word nor warning, she falls to the floor like a struck beast, he says, and screamed a scream a bull would weep to hear, and he goes to save her, and stuck 2 inches in the flesh of her belly, he draw a needle out, and demanded of her of how she come to be so stabbed. She testified for your life, familiar spirit pushed it in.
Why, she's done it herself. I hope you're not taking this for proof, mister.
'Tis hard proof. I find here a poppet that in Proctor keeps. I have found it, sir, and in the belly of the poppet a needle stuck. I tell you, true Proctor, I never warned to see such proof of hell, and I bid to obstruct me not, for I...
Here now. Mary, how did this poppet come into my house?
What poppet's that, sir?
This poppet! This poppet!
Why, I believe it is mine.
It is your poppet, is it not?
It is.
And how did it come into this house?
Why, I made it in court and give it to Goody Proctor tonight.
Here now. Do you have it?
Mary Warren, a needle had been found inside this poppet.
Why, I meant no harm by it, sir.
You stuck that needle in yourself.
I believe I did, sir.
What say you now?
Be this your natural memory, child? Perhaps someone conjures you to say this even now.
Conjures me? Why, no, sir. I am entirely myself, I think. Let you ask Susanna Walcott. She saw me sewing it in court. Let you ask Abby. Abby sat beside me when I made it.
Bid her out. Bid her be gone, Mr. Hale. Your mind is surely settled now.
What signifies a needle?
Mary Warren, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charge no murder. No such thing. Promise. I charge no murder on Abby.
A needle had been found stuck inside her belly.
She charges me?
Why, this girl is murder. She must be ripped out of the world. You've heard it! Ripped out of the world. Herrick, you heard it!
Out with you.
touch the warrant!
Out with you!
You! That's the deputy governor's warrant, man!
Damn the deputy governor! Out of my house! Get you gone with them. You are a broken minister.
Proctor, if she's innocent.
If she's innocent, why do you never wonder if Paris be innocent? Or Abigail? Is the accuser always holy now? I'll tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we always were in Salem, but now little crazy children are jangling the keys to the kingdom. And common vengeance writes the law. This warrants vengeance. I'll not give my wife to vengeance.
I'll go, John.
You will not go.
I have 9 men outside. You cannot keep her.
Will you see her taken?
Proctor, the court is just.
Pontius Pilate, God will not let you wash your hands of this.
I think I must go with them, John. Mary, there is bread enough for the morning. You will bake in the afternoon. Tell Mr. Proctor as you were his daughter. You owe me that and much more. When the children wake, speak nothing of witchcraft. It will frighten them.
Bring you home. I will bring you soon.
Oh, John, bring me soon.
Fear nothing. I will fall like an ocean on that court.
I will fear nothing. Tell the children I'm going to visit somebody safe.
Herrick! Herrick! Don't chain her! Damn you, man, you will not chain her! I'll not have it! I will not have her chained!
And it sounds, minister. And it's fraud. You know it is fraud. What keeps you, man?
I'll pay you, Herrick. I'll surely pay you!
In God's name, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them all. Now let you keep inside this house till I am gone.
Out of my sight.
Charity, Proctor, charity.
You are a coward now. Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now.
Charity, Proctor. You cannot lay vengeance on such a little girl.
I never heard no murder done in Salem.
Leave me, Francis. Leave me.
John, tell me, are we lost?
Go home now, Giles. Speak on it tomorrow.
Put your feet on it. We'll come early, eh?
Aye. Go now, Giles.
Good night.
Mr. Proctor, very likely they'll let her come home once they've given proper evidence.
You're coming to the court with me, Mary. You will tell it in the court.
I cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will tell the court how that puppet come here and who stuck the needle in.
She'll kill me for saying that, and she'll charge lechery on you, Mr. Proctor.
She told you?
I have known it. And she'll ruin you with it. I know she will.
Good. Then your saintliness is done with. Let us lie together into our pit. You will tell the court what you know.
No, they'll turn on me. I cannot do it. I cannot.
My wife will never die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but that goodness will not die for me.
I cannot do it. I cannot, Mr. Proctor.
Make your peace. Now Helen having grapple on our backs, and our old pretenses ripped away. Make your peace. Peace. It is a province, and no great change. We are what we always were in Salem, but naked now. I, naked, and the wind, God's icy wind, will blow. I must speak with you, Abigail.
How you come?
Friend,
I don't like woods at night. Pray you step closer. I know it must be you. But I heard the pebbles on the window before I opened up my eyes on you. Thought you'd come a good time sooner.
I thought to come many times.
Why didn't you? I'm so alone in the world now.
Are you? I've heard ride 100 miles to see your face these days.
My face. Can you see my face?
trouble then?
You come to mock me?
How do you suffer, Abby?
Why, look at my leg. I'm holes all over from their damp needles and pins. The jab your wife gave me is not healed yet, you know.
Oh, is it?
I think sometimes she pricks it open again while I sleep.
Oh,
And George Jacobs, he comes again and again and raps me with his stick. The same spot every night all this week. Look at the lump I have.
Abby, George Jacobs is in the jail all this month.
And thank God he is. And bless the day he hangs and lets me sleep in peace again. Oh, John, the world is so full of hypocrites now. They pray in jail. I'm told they all pray in jail.
They made us pray.
And torture me in bed while sacred words are coming from their mouths. Oh, we need God himself to cleanse this town properly.
Abby, you mean to cry while others still?
If I live, and if I'm not murdered, then I surely will until the last hypocrite is dead.
Then there is no good.
Why, there is one. You're good.
Am I? How am I good?
Why, you taught me goodness. Therefore you are good. It were a fire you washed me through, and all my ignorance was burned away. It were a fire, John. We lay in fire. And from that night, no woman dared call me wicked anymore, but I knew my answer. I used to weep for my sins when the wind lifted up my skirts, and blushed for shame because some old Rebecca called me loose. And then you burned my ignorance away. As bare as a December tree, I saw them all walking like saints to church, running to feed the sick and hypocrites in their hearts. And God gave me the strength to call them liars, and God made men to listen to me, and by God, I will scrub the world clean for the love of him. Oh, John, I will make you such a wife when the world is wide again. You'll be amazed to see me every day, alive heaven in your home. Why are you cold?
Abby, my wife goes to trial in the morning.
Your wife?
Surely you knew of it.
You said you became friendly.
My wife will not be condemned, Abby.
You brought me from my bed to speak of her?
I come to tell you what I will do tomorrow in the court. I will not have you by surprise, but give you all good time to think on what to do to save yourself.
Save myself?
If you do not free my wife tomorrow, I am set and bound to ruin you, Abby.
How? Ruin me?
I have brought you proof in documents that you knew that puppet were none of my wife's, and that you yourself bade Mary Warren stab that needle into it.
I bade Mary Warren?
You know what you do. You are not so mad.
Oh, hypocrites, have you won him too?
I warn
John,
you.
why do you let them send you? They steal your honesty and...
I have found my honesty.
No. This is your wife pleading. Your sniveling, envious wife. This is Rebecca's voice. Martha Corey's voice. You were no hypocrite.
I will prove it for the fraud you are.
And if they ask why Abigail would ever do so murderous a deed, what will you tell them?
I will tell them why.
What will you tell? You will confess to fornication in court?
If you will have it so I will tell it. I say I will. If you can hear me, hear this. You will tell the court you are blind to spirits, you cannot see them anymore, or you will never cry witchery again. Or I will make you famous for the whore you are.
Never in this world. I know you, John. You're at this moment singing secret hallelujahs that your wife will hang.
You mad, you murderess.
Oh, how hard it is when pretense falls. But it falls. It falls. You have done your duty by her. I hope this is your last hypocrisy. I pray you will come again with sweeter news for me. I know you will now that your duty is done. Good night, John. Fear not. I will save you tomorrow. From yourself, I will save you.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands that shows you've given yourself to the fortunes of reading. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
Then how do you know, then, that you are not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them. I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court.
You will keep your seat.
Thomas Putnam is reaching up for land.
Remove that
You're hearing lies.
Arrest
Excellency.
You must joke us.
Hands up, Debbie, let me go.
Giles!
Out
Giles!
of the way, Harry. I bring
You
evidence.
cannot go in there, Giles. It's a court.
You, Mr. Hill, go in there. Demand I speak.
Pray, come.
You'll be hanging my wife.
A moment, sir, a moment.
How dare you come roaring into this court? Are you daft, Corey?
Not the boss of Judge Hawthorne. You'll not call me daft.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, and a more contentious
I
man.
am asked this question and I am old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife you'll be condemning now.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous riot? Now be gone. Your old age alone can sort of joke at this.
They be telling lies about my wife, sir, and
Do you
I...
take it upon yourself to determine what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect for it.
Disrespect indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. Do you know it?
Your Excellency, I only said you read books and they come and check out my house for reading.
Books? What books?
It is my third wife, sir. I never had no wife that be so taken with books, and I only thought to find the cause of it, you see. But it were no witch I blamed her for. I had no charity with the woman, I had no charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense.
Then let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale. Clear this room.
Come down, Giles.
Your Honor, we are desperate.
Who is this man?
We've come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
His wife's Rebecca, who were condemned this morning.
Indeed.
Francis Nurse.
I'm amazed to find you in such uproar. I have only good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
Let you both write your plea, and in due time I will.
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir. The girls are fraud.
What's that?
The girls. They are deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir, contempt.
Peace, Judge Hawthorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I do, sir, and I think you must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near to 400 are in the jails from Marblehead to Lynn, and upon my signature?
I
And 72 condemned to hanged by that signature?
never thought to say to such a weighty judge, sir. But you are deceived.
Mary Ward, what are you about here?
She needs to speak with the deputy governor.
Did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I notified her from the court last week, she said she was sick.
She has been struggling with her soul all week, Your Honor, and she comes now to tell the truth of this to you.
Who is this man?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, sir.
Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Never saw no spirits.
Never.
She is signed to depositions, sir.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given up this story in the village?
We have not.
They've come to overthrow this court, sir. This man.
I pray you, Mr. Ferris. Do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending their spirits against you? I cannot hear you.
She says they were pretense.
Ah, and the other girls, Susanna Walcott and the others, they are also pretending. Indeed.
Excellency, you cannot let so vile a lie be spread through open court.
Indeed not, but it strikes hard upon me that you would dare come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment.
I know that.
Let me continue. I understand well a husband's tenderness may drive him to extravagance in defense of a wife. Are you certain in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is the truth?
It is, and you will surely know it.
And you thought to declare this revelation in the open court before the public?
Why, I thought I would. I, with your permission.
Now, sir, what is your purpose in so doing?
Why, I would free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, Lord, hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine this court?
Why, no, sir.
Your Excellency,
Good achiever.
when we come to take his wife, he damned the court, he ripped her warrant.
Now you have
He
it.
did that, Mr. Hale?
He did.
It were a temper, sir. I knew not what I did.
Mr. Proctor,
I, sir?
have you ever seen the devil?
No, sir.
You are in all respects a gospel Christian.
I am, sir.
Such a Christian and all that will not come to church but once in a month.
Not come to church!
I have no love for Mr. Paris. It's no secret. But God I surely love.
We plow on Sunday, sir.
Plow on Sunday!
I have once or twice plowed on Sunday. I have 3 children, sir. And until last year my bank did little.
You will find other Christians that do plow on Sunday if the truth be known.
Your Excellency, I cannot think you use that as such evidence.
I judge nothing. I tell you straight, mister, I have seen marvels in this court. I have seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I have seen them stuck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have until this moment not the slightest reason to suspect that the children may be deceiving me. You understand my meaning?
Excellency, does it not strike upon you that so many of these women have lived so long with such upright
Do
reputation?
you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not, for surely you would know that Cain were an upright man, and yet he did kill Abel.
Aye, God tells us that. But who tells us Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending her spirits upon them? It is the children only, and this one will swear she lied to you.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she states that she is pregnant now.
My wife pregnant?
There be no sign of it. We have examined her body.
But if you say she is pregnant, then she must be. That woman will never lie, Mr. Danforth.
She will not.
Never, sir, never.
We have thought too convenient to be credited. However, if I should tell you now that I will let her be kept another month, and if she begins to show her natural signs, you shall have her living yet another year until she is delivered. What say you to that? Come now. You say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good then, she is saved, at least this year. And a year is long. What say you, sir? It is done now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat larger.
He's come to overthrow this court, Your Honor!
Why, these are my friends. Their wives are also accused.
I judge you not, sir. I am ready to hear your evidence.
I come not to hurt the courts. I only...
Marshal, go into the court and bid Judge Stoughton and Judge Sewell declare recess for 1 hour.
Aye, sir. If I may say it, sir, I have known this man all my life. He is a good man, sir.
I am sure of it, Marshal. Now, what deposition do you have for us, Mr. Proctor? And I beg you, be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
I am no lawyer, so,
The pure in heart need no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
will you read this first, sir? It's a sort of testament. People signing it declare their good opinion of Rebecca Nurse, my wife, and Martha Corey.
Their good opinion.
If you'll notice, sir, these are all landowning farmers, members of the church. They've known the woman many years and never saw they had dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Excellency.
I think these people should be summoned for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I promised the people signing that no harm would come to them.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think.
These are covenanted Christians.
Then I am sure they have nothing to fear. Good Achiever, have warrants drawn for all of these. Arrest for examination. Now, mister, what other information do you have for us?
I have brought trouble on these people.
No, old man, you have not hurt these people, if they are of good conscience. But you must understand, sir, that a person is either with this court, or he must be counted against it. There be no road between. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up, and them that fear not fight will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. She's not party, I see.
No, she's not, sir. Now remember the angel Raphael, what he said to the boy Tobias. Do that which is good, and no harm will come to thee.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition. Give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
Oh?
What lawyer drew this, Corey?
No one ever hired a lawyer in my life, Popcorn.
It is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, if Mr. Putnam is in the court, will you bring him in? You have no legal training, Mr. Corey.
I have the best, sir. I think 33 times in court in my life. Always plaintiff, too. Aye! There he is.
Mr. Putnam, I have here an accusation by Mr. Corey against you. He states that you coldly prompted your daughter to cry witchery upon George Jacob that is now in jail.
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A far-taught Thomas Putnam is what I say to that.
What proof do you submit for your charge, sir?
My proof is there. If Jacob hangs for a wish, then he forfeit up his property. That's law. But there's none but Putnam with a coin to buy so great a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for their land.
But proof, sir, proof.
My proof is there. I heard it from an honest man who heard Putnam say, the day his daughter cried out on Jacob, she said she'd given him a fair gift of land.
And the name of this man.
What name?
The man that gives you this information.
I'm not giving no name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely tell us the name.
I can't give you no name. I mentioned my wife's name once, and I'll burn it down long enough for that. I stand mute.
In that case, I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of this court. Do you know that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Do you wish me to declare the court in full session here, or will you give me good reply?
I can't give you no name, sir. I cannot.
You are a foolish old man. Cheever, begin the record. The court is now in session.
Your Honor.
I ask you, Mr.
Your
Corey.
Honor, he has the storing confidence.
The devil lives in such confidences. Without confidences, there would be no conspiracy.
I think it must be broken, sir.
Old man, if your informant tells the truth, then let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he hide in anonymity, I must know why. Now, sir, the government and Central Church demand of you the name of him who reported Mr. Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale.
there is a prodigious fear of this court in the country.
Then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may fear no one but the Lord himself, sir, but there is a fear nevertheless.
Reproach me not with the fear in the country. There is fear in the country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. You are under arrest in contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you will be set in the jail until you decide to answer all questions.
No, Giles!
I'll cut your throat, Putnam. I'll kill you yet.
Peace, Giles. Peace. We'll prove ourselves now we will.
Say nothing more, John. He's only playing you. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, mister. I'll have no effrontery here.
Forgive him, sir, for his old age. Peace, Giles. We'll prove it all now. You cannot weep, Mary. You're the angel. Hold to it. How there is your wife. This is Mary Warren's deposition. I would ask you remember, sir, that until 2 weeks ago, she was no different than the other children are today. You saw her scream. She howled. She swore familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of a woman now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And when she refused...
We know all this.
Aye. She swears now that she never saw Satan, nor any spirit, vague or clear, that Satan may have sent to harm her. And she swears all her friends are lying now.
Excellency,
It surely does.
I should like to question.
Mr. Paris, I bid you be silent. Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you? Has he threatened
No,
you?
sir.
Then you tell me that you sat in my court callously lying when you knew that people would hang by your evidence? Answer me!
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I am with God now.
You are with God now.
Sir.
I will tell you this. You are either lying now, or you were lying in the court. And in either case, you have committed perjury, and you will go to jail for it. You cannot likely say you lied, Mary. Do you know that?
I cannot lie now. I am with God. I am with God.
Children, your friend Mary Warren has given us a deposition in which she swears that she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. The law based upon the Bible, and the Bible writ by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as the penalty thereof. But likewise, children, the law and Bible damn all bearers of false witness. Now, it does not escape me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan, who sends her here to distract our sacred purpose. If so, Her neck will break for it. But if she speak true, I bid you now, drop your guile and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail Williams, is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Children, a very augur bit will now be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Will either of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not changed, sir. She lies.
You would still go on with this?
Sir.
A puppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims that you sat beside her in the court when she made it, and that you saw her make it, and witnessed how she herself stuck her needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see puppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
Your Honor, my wife never kept no pockets. Mary Warren confesses it were her pockets.
Your Excellency,
Cheever?
when I speak with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no puppets, but she said she did keep puppets when she were a girl.
She has not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honor.
But it will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren swears she never saw no puppet in my house, nor anyone else.
Why could there not be puppets hid where no one ever saw them?
There might also be a dragon with 5 legs in my house, but no one's ever seen it.
We are here, Your Honor, precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Mr. Danforth, what profit this girl to turn herself about? What may Mary Warren gain but hard questioning and worse?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous, cool plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife?
It is not a child. Now hear me. In the sight of the congregation, she were twice this year put out of the meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter during...
Excellency, she were under Tituba's power at that time, but she is solemn now.
And now she is solemnly goes to hang me.
Quiet, man!
Surely has no bearing on the question, Your Excellency. She's charged contemplation of murder.
Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, I told the governor having danced in the woods.
Your Excellency, since I come to say...
In a moment, sir. What is this dancing?
Mr. Proctor.
Abigail leads the girls to the woods, Your Honor, and they have danced there, naked.
Your Excellency.
Mr. Paris discovered them himself in the dead of night. They're the child she is.
Mr. Paris.
I can only say that I never saw any of them naked. And this man!
But you discovered them dancing in the woods?
Your Honor,
Abigail?
Mr. Paris told me that when I first arrived from Beverly.
Did you deny it, Mr. Paris?
I do not, but I never saw any of them naked.
But she have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary. You never threatened or affiliate by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents.
Listen.
And yet, when those accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
We're pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy. Mr. Down.
I saw that many times.
Excellency, she only pretended to faint. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then can't she pretend to faint now?
Now, why not? Now there are no spirits attacking her, for no one in this room is accused of witchcraft. So let her turn cold now. Let her pretend she saw spirits now, and let her faint. Faint!
Faint?
Aye, faint. Prove to us how you pretended in the court so many times.
I cannot faint now, sir.
You must pretend it.
I have not the sense for it now.
Why? What is likely now?
I cannot tell, sir.
Might it be that here we have no afflicting spirits, but in the court there were some?
I never saw no spirit.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint by your own will as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? It were attacking spirits made you faint.
No, sir.
Excellency, this is a trick to blind the court.
Trick. It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw the spirits.
Thought you saw them.
But I did not, Your Honor. Well, I don't know how I thought I saw them, but I did. The girls were all screaming
And you, Your Honor, you seem to believe them, and we're only sport in the beginning, sir, but then the whole world cried spirits, and I promise you, I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Surely your excellency is not taken by a simple lie.
Abigail, I bid you now, search your heart and tell me this, beware of it, child. To God, every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take life without cause. Is it possible, child, that the spirits you have seen are illusion only, some deception that may cross your mind with...
Why, this is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murdered every day because I have done my duty by pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted, denied, and questioned like...
Child, I do not mistrust you.
Let you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits. Beware of it. There's...
What is it, child?
I know not. A wind, a cold wind has come.
Abby, Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending.
Your Honor, she's cold. Touch her.
Mary, do you send the shadow upon me?
It saves me. I praise. It is a wind.
Abby, don't do that!
Mary Warren, bewitch her? I say to you, do you send your spirit out?
No, let me go! Let me go! I cannot!
Oh, Heavenly Father, take away this shadow.
How do you call heaven?
Whore! Man, what do you...
It is a whore!
You charge?
Now
Danforth is lying.
she'll stuck a scream to stab you with. But
You will prove this. This will not pass.
Sir Crrucilbe, no church. Sir,
Cannot say such a thing.
oh Francis, I wish you had some evil in me that you might know me. A man will not cast away his good name, you surely know that.
In what time? In what place?
In the proper place, where my beasts are bedded. On the last night of my joy, some 8 months ago, she used to serve me in my house, mister. And a man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I beg you, sir. I beg you, see her what she is. My wife, my dear, good wife, took that girl soon after and put her on the high road. And being what she is, a lump of vanity, sir. Excellency, forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. And well she might, for I have thought of her softly. God, I lusted. There was a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see it. I set myself entirely in your hands. I know you must see it now.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this.
If I must answer that, I will leave and not come back again.
I have made a bell of my honor. I have rung the doom of my good name. You will believe me, Mr. Danforth. My wife is innocent, except she knew a whore when she saw one.
What look do you give me? I will not have such looks.
You will remain where you are. Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring Goodwife Cartwright.
Your Honor, this
Bring her out! And tell her not one word of what's been spoken here. Now, we shall touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman?
In her life, sir, she hath never lied. There are them that cannot read, and them that cannot cry. My wife cannot lie. I have paid much to learn it, sir.
And when she put this girl out of your house, she put her out for a harlot?
Aye, sir.
And knew her for a harlot?
Aye, sir. She knew her for a harlot.
Good then. And if she tell me, child, it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on you. Hold! Turn your back. Turn your back! You likewise. Now, it's neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this room is to speak one word or raise a gesture, aye or nay. Enter. Goody Cheever, report this testimony in all exactness. Are you ready?
Ready, sir?
Come here, woman. Look at me only, not at your husband, in my eyes only.
Sir?
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? You will look in my eyes only, and not at your husband. The answer is in your memory, and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
satisfied me. And my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you?
She were...
Woman, look at me. Were she slovenly, lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man. He is never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time at the shuffleboard, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me. And this girl...
Look at me.
I, sir, Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
Your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
Then he did not turn from you?
He...
Look at me. To your own knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer my question. Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her, Marshal.
Elizabeth, tell the truth.
She has spoken. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I have confessed myself.
Oh, God!
She only thought to save my name.
It is a natural right to tell, Your Honor.
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man has lied.
You will not! Be gone! Be gone, I say!
What is it, child? What's there? Child.
What's
Girls,
on the-
why do you...
It's on the beam! Behind the rafter!
Where?
Why do you come, yellow bird?
Where's the bird? I see no bird.
Be quiet.
Mr. Hale.
My face? My face?
Do you see a bird?
Be quiet.
But God gave me my face. You cannot once tear my face. Envy is a deadly sin, Mary. Abby! Oh, Mary, it is a black art's change your shape. No, I cannot. I cannot stop my mouth. It is God's work I do. Abby, don't do that. I'm here.
They're pretending, Mr. Danforth.
Oh, please, Mary, don't come down.
Why does she see this vision?
She sees nothing.
She sees nothing.
Abby, you mustn't.
Abby, you mustn't.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Lord, draw back your spirit out of them.
Mr. Danforth.
Mr. Danforth.
Have you compacted with the devil? Have you?
Never, never.
Never, never.
Why can they only repeat you?
They're calling you, mister.
A little while ago, you were afflicted. Now it seems to afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power.
I have no power.
They're calling you, mister.
Why did you turn about this past 2 weeks? You have seen the devil, have you not? You have seen the devil. You have made compact with Lucifer, have you not?
Mary, God damns all liars.
I cannot hear you. What do you say? You will confess yourself, or you will hang. Do you know who I am? I say, you will hang if you do not open with me.
God damns all liars, Mary.
Do you confess this power? Speak. Will you speak?
I cannot.
I cannot.
Cast the devil out. Look him in the face. Trample him. We'll save you, Mary. Only send best against him. Please.
The wings. Her wings are spreading.
Your Honor, she sees nothing.
Her claws are scratching claws.
Lies. Lies.
She's walking the beam. She's going to come down. Abby.
Give me a whip, I'll stop it.
No, they're sporting. They're
sporting.
Abby, stop it.
Abby, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
This is the devil's work. Tell you, Mary, stand fast against him, and we will save you.
She's going to come down. Look out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Mary.
You are the devil's man.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Mary.
No, I'll not hang with you. I love God. I love God.
Sign what? The devil's book? He come with a book?
My name. He wants my name. I'll murder you, he says, if my wife hangs. We must overthrow the court, he says.
Mr. Hale.
He comes at me. He wakes me every night. His eyes like coals, and his fingers claw my neck. And I sign. I sign. I sign.
Excellency, this child has gone wild.
Mary. Mary.
No! No, I love God. I go your way no more. I love God. I bless God. I'll never hurt you more.
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power, you will not deny it. What say you, mister? I will have nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Will you confess yourself bound with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you?
I say, God is dead!
Oh, hear it! Hear it!
A fire is burning! I hear the boot of Lucifer. I see his filthy face, and it is my face, and yours stand forth, for them to quail to bring men out of ignorance, as I have quailed, and as you quail now, when you know in all your black hearts that this be fraud. God damns our kind especially, and we will burn for it. We will all burn together!
Marshal, take him and quarter with us into jail!
I denounce these proceedings!
You are pulling down heaven and raising up a whore!
I denounce these proceedings! I quit this court!
Mr. Hale! Mr. Hale!
Sarah, wake up. Sarah, good.
Oh, Majesty, come in. Tituba, he's here. His Majesty's come.
Go to the north cell. This place is haunted now.
I don't look like His Majesty. Looks to me like the Marshal.
Be along with you now. Clear this. Come along.
No, he's coming for me. I'm going home.
That's not Satan. Just a poor old cow. Come along. Out with you.
Take me home, devil. Take me home.
You tell him I'm coming. How about that? You tell him too. Good evening, Excellency.
Where is Mr. Paris?
I'll fetch him.
Marshal, when did Reverend Hale arrive?
We're midnight, I think.
What is he about here?
He goes among those that will hang, sir. Prays with it too. Sits with Goody Nurse now. And Mr. Paris with him.
Indeed, that men have no authority to enter here, Marshal. Why have you let him in?
Why, Mr. Paris commanded me, sir. Cannot deny him.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
It were a bitter night, and I have no fire.
Fetch Mr. Paris.
Aye, sir.
There's a prodigious stench in this place.
I've only now cleared the people out for you, sir.
Beware hard drink, Marshal.
Aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Excellency. I should not be surprised. He's been preaching in Andover lately.
We'll come to that. Speak nothing of Andover. Paris prays with him. That's strange.
I think it's not well we let Paris so continuously with the prisoners. He has a mad look these days.
Right?
I see him come from his house, and I bid him good morning. And he wept and went on his way. I think it's not well he'll just see him so instead.
Perhaps he has some sorrow.
I think of the cows, sir.
Cows?
There'd be so many cows born in the harvest, and their masters are in the jails. And that's just the reason of who they will belong to now. I know Mr. Parrott and the workers and farmers all yesterday. There is great contention, sir, about the cows. Contention makes me weep, sir. The Burroughs man who weeps at contention.
Oh, good morning, sir. Thank you for coming. I beg your pardon for waking you so early. Good morning.
Reverend Hale have no right to enter this. What's his business here?
Excellency, hear me. It is a providence. Reverend Hale's return.
What troubles you?
There's news, sir, that the court must reckon with. My niece, sir. My niece. I believe she's vanished.
Vanished?
I thought she would have advised of you earlier in the week.
Why? How long has she gone?
This be the third night. You see, sir, she told me she would stay a night with Mercy Lewis, and the next day when she does not return, I sent for Mr. Lewis to inquire, and Mercy tells him that she would stay a night at my house.
They are both gone?
They are, sir.
I will send a party for them. Where may they be?
Excellency, I think they may be aboard a ship. My daughter tells me how she heard them talking of ships last week, and this morning, when my strongbox broken into.
She have robbed you?
31 pounds is gone. Penniless.
Mr. Paris, you are a brainless man.
They profit nothing, you blame me. I cannot think that they would run off except they fear to keep in Salem any longer. Mark it, sir. Abigail had close knowledge of the town, and since the news of Andover is broken...
Andover is remedied. The court returns there on Friday and will resume examinations.
I'm sure it is, sir, but the rumor here speaks of rebellion in
There is no rebellion in Andover.
I'll tell you as I heard it said. The Andover is thrown out the court, they say. They'll have no part of witchcraft. There's a faction here, feeding on that news, and I tell you, sir, I fear there will be riots here.
Riot? Why, in every execution I've seen but not high satisfaction in the townspeople.
To Hawthorne, to another sort that hang till now. Rebecca is no Bridget, who lived 3 years with Bishop before she married him. John Proctor is not Isaac Ward, who drank his family to ruin. I would to God it were not so, Excellency, but these people have great weight yet in the town. Let Rebecca stand upon the gibbet and send up some righteous prayer, and I fear she will awaken vengeance in you.
I think they must be examined, sir.
Pray you. How do you propose that?
Excellency, I propose we postpone the hangings for a while.
There will be no postponement.
Now that Mr. Hale's returned, there is hope, I think, for if he even brings one of these to God, that confession surely damns the others in the public eye, and none shall doubt more that they are all linked to hell. This way, unconfessed and claiming innocence, doubts are multiplied, and many good people will weep for them, and our good purpose is lost in their tears.
Give me the list.
It cannot be forgotten, sir, that when I summoned the congregation for John Proctor's excommunication, there were hardly 30 people come to see it. That speak of discontent, I think.
There will be no postponement.
Excellency! Now,
Sir, which of these, in your opinion, may be brought to God? I will myself strive with him to go on.
there is no sufficient time to
I
God.
shall do my utmost. Which of them do you have hope for?
Excellency, a dagger.
What do you say?
This morning, when I opened my door to leave my house, the dagger clattered to the ground. You cannot hang this sword. There is danger for me yet. I dare not go outside at night.
Accept my congratulations, Reverend Hale. We are glad to see you return to your good work.
You must pardon them, Excellency. They will not budge.
You misunderstand, sir. I cannot pardon these when 12 are already hanged for the same crime. It is not just.
Rebecca will not confess.
The sun will rise in a few minutes, Excellency. I must have more time.
Now hear me, and beguile yourselves no more. I will not receive a single plea for pardon or postponement. They that will not confess will hang. 12 are already executed. The names of these 7 are given up, and the village expects to see them die this morning. Postponement now speaks of floundering on my part. Reprieve or pardon must cast doubt upon the guilt of them that died to now. While I speak of God's law, I will not crack its voice with you. If retaliation is your fear, know this. I should hang 10,000 that dare to rise against the law. In an ocean of substance could not melt the resolution of the statutes. Now draw yourselves up like men and help me, as you are bound by heaven to do. Have you spoken with them all?
All but Proctor. He is in the dungeon.
What's Proctor's way now?
It's like some great bird. Do not think he lives, except he'll take food from time to time.
His wife. His wife must be well on with child.
She is, sir.
Well, thank you, Mr. Paris. You have closer knowledge of this man. Might your presence soften him?
It is possible. He has not laid eyes on her these 3 months. I should summon her.
Is he yet adamant? Has he struck at you again?
He can't, sir. He's chained to the wall now.
Fetch Goody Proctor to me. Then I should bring him up.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Hale, as God has not empowered me, like Joshua, to stop the sun from rising, so I cannot withhold from them the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are
You have heard
mistaken.
rebellion spoken in the town?
Orphans wander from house to house. Abandoned cattle wander among along the high roads. The town stinks of rotting crops, and no man may know when a harlot may bring his life to an end. And you still wonder if rebellion spoke?
Mr. Hale, have you preached in Andover this month?
Thank God they have no need of me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Why, it is simple. I come here to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christians that they should belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Hush! Proctor, I hope you are hearted.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Pray, be at your ease. We come not for your life. Mr. Hale, will you speak with the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marched to hang this morning.
I have heard it.
You know, do you not, that I have no affiliation with the court? I would save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I count myself his murderer.
What do you want of me?
I have these 3 months gone like the Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for a minister who counsels men to lie, it's double damnation.
You cannot lie.
It is a lie. They are innocent.
I'll hear no more of that.
Goody Proctor.
Goody Proctor, you are not summoned here for disputation. Be there no wifely tenderness within you? He will die with the sunrise, your husband. Do you understand it? What say you? Will you contend with him? Are you stone? I tell you true, woman, that I know the proof of your unnatural life, your dry eyes now would be sufficient evidence that you delivered up your soul to hell. A very ape would weep at such calamity. Have the devil tried to make a tear of pity in you? Take her out. If of it nothing she should sleep to do.
No, let me speak with him, Excellency.
You will strive with him? Will you plead for his confession, or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him.
Mr. Proctor, you have been notified, have you not? I see light in the sky, mister, but you counsel with your wife, and may God help you turn your back on hell.
Sorry, Mr. Proctor. I'm sure God lead you now.
The child,
It grows.
there's no word of the voice.
They're well. Rebecca Samuels keeps them.
You have not seen them?
I have not.
You are far from Elizabeth.
You have been tortured.
They come from my life now.
I know it.
None have yet confessed.
There be many confessed.
Who are they?
There be 100 or more, they say. Goody Ballard is one. Isaiah Goodkind is one. There be many.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She's 1 foot in heaven now. Not me hurt her more.
And Giles?
You've not heard it?
I hear nothing where I'm kept.
Giles is dead.
When were you hanged?
He were not hanged. He would not answer iron to his indictment. For if he denied the charge, they hanged him surely and auction out his property. So he stand mute and died a Christian under the law, and so his sons will have his farm. It's the law, for he could not be condemned illicit if he not answer the indictment aye or nay.
Then, how does he die?
They press him, John.
Press.
Great stones they lay upon his chest until he plead aye or nay. They say he gave them but 2 words. More weight, he says, and then died.
More weight.
Aye, it were a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I have been thinking. I would confess myself to them. What say you if I give them that?
I cannot judge you, John.
What would you have me do?
As you will, I would have it. I want you living, John, that's sure.
Giles' wife, have she confessed?
She will not.
Which is a pretense, Elizabeth.
What is?
I cannot now to give it like a saint. For Nietzsche's thought, I'm not that man. There's nothing spoiled by giving them this light I were not so often long before.
Yet you've not confessed till now. That speak goodness in you.
Spite only keeps me silent. It is hard to give a lie to such
to give, John?
I'd have you see the honesty in it. Let them that have never lied die now to keep their souls. For me, it is pretense. A vanity that does not blind God will keep my children out of the wind. That's it.
John, it come to naught that I should forgive you if you'll not forgive yourself. It is not my soul, John, it is yours. Only be sure of this, for I know it now. Whatever you will do, it is a good man that does it. I have read my heart in this 3 months, John. I have sins of my own to count. It needs a cold wife to prompt lechery.
Nothing.
Better you should know me.
I do know you. I will not have it.
You take my sins upon you, John.
No, I take my own. My own.
John, I counted myself plain, so poorly made. No honest love could come from me. Suspicion kissed you when I did. I never knew how I should say my love. It were a cold house I kept.
What say you, Proctor? The sun is soon up.
Do what you will, but let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me. Forgive me, John. I never knew such goodness in the world.
I want my life.
You will confess?
I will have my life.
God be praised. It is providence. He will confess. Proctor will confess.
Why do you cry it? It is evil, is it not? It is evil.
I cannot judge you, John. I cannot.
Then who will judge me? God in heaven, what is John Proctor? What is John Proctor? Let Rebecca go like a saint. For me, it is fraud.
I'm not your judge. I cannot be. Do as you will. Do as you will.
Would you give them this lie? Say it. Would you ever give them this? You would not. If tongues of fire were singeing you, you would not. It is evil. Good then. It is evil. And I do it.
Praise to God, man. Praise to God. You shall be blessed in heaven for this. Now then, how does that? Are you ready, good keeper?
Why must it be written?
Why, it would be good instruction of the village, mister. This we shall post upon the church door. Where's the marshal?
Marshal, hurry!
Now then, mister, we speak slowly and directly to the point for good keeper's sake. Mr. Proctor, have you seen the devil in your life? Come in. There's light in the sky. The town awaits at the scaffold. I would give out this news. Did you see the devil?
I did.
Oh, praise God!
And when he comes to you, what were his demands? Did he bid you to do his work upon the earth?
He did.
And you bound yourself to his service? Oh, come in, woman.
Oh, John, you're well then, eh?
Courage, man, courage. Let her witness your good example that she may come to God herself. Now here, goody nurse. Say on, Mr. Proctor. Did you bind yourself to the devil's service?
Wait, John.
I did.
Now, woman, you surely see it profit nothing to keep this conspiracy any further. Will you confess yourself with him?
Oh, John. God send his mercy on you.
I say, will you confess yourself, goody nurse?
Well, why, it is a lie. It is a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot. I cannot.
Mr. Proctor, when the devil came to you, did you see Rebecca Nurse in his company? Come, man, take courage. Did you ever see her with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you ever see her sister, Mary Easty, with the devil?
I did not.
Did you ever see Martha Corey with the devil?
I did not.
Did you ever see anyone with the devil?
I did not.
Proctor, you mistake me. I am not empowered to trade your life for a lie. You have most certainly seen some person with the devil. Mr. Proctor, a score of people have already testified they saw this woman with the devil.
Then it is proved. Why must I say it?
Why must you say it? Why, you should rejoice to say it, if your soul is truly purged of any love for hell.
They think they go like saints. I like not to spoil their names.
Mr. Proctor, do you think they go like saints?
This woman never thought she'd done the devil's work.
Look you, sir. I think you mistake your duty here. It matters nothing what she thought. She is convicted of the unnatural murder of children, and you for sending your spirit out upon Mary woman. Your soul alone is the issue here, mister, and you will prove its whiteness, or you cannot live in a Christian country. Will you tell me now what persons conspired with you in the devil's company? To your knowledge, was Rebecca Nurse ever seen with the
I speak my own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no
great service. It is a great service. It was a weighty name yet in the town. It will strike the village that Proctor confessed. Let him sign it, please. The sun is up, Excellency.
Come then. Sign your testimony. Give it to him.
You have all witnessed it. It is enough.
You will not sign it?
You have all witnessed it. What more is needed?
Do you sport with me? You will sign your own name, or there's no confession, mister.
Oh, praise be to the Lord.
If you please, sir.
No.
Mr. Proctor, I must have...
No, no. I have signed it. You have seen me. It is done. You have no need for this.
The village needs...
Damn the village! I confess to God. God has seen my name in this.
No, sir, it is not enough.
I have confessed myself. It is enough.
You have not confessed yet, Mr.
I have confessed myself. Is there no good penance but to be public? God does not need my name nailed upon the church. God sees my name. God knows how black my sins are.
Mr. Proctor, you must sign the...
No, no. You will not use me. I am no Sarah Good or John or Tituba. I am John Proctor. You will not use me. It is no part of salvation that you should use me.
I do not wish to use...
I have 3 children. How may I teach them to walk like men in the world? And I sold my friends?
You have not sold your friends.
Beguile me not. I blacken all of them with a nail to the church, the very day they hang for silence.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof that you saw...
You are the High Court. Your word is good enough. Tell them I confessed. Say, Proctor broke his knees and wept like a woman. Say what you will, but my name cannot.
It is the same, is it not, if I record it or you sign to it?
No, it is not the same. What others say and what I sign to is not the same.
Why? Do you mean to deny this confession when you...
I mean to deny nothing.
Then explain to me, Mr. Proctor, why you will not let...
Because it is my name. Because I cannot have another in my life. Because I lie, and I sign myself to lies. Because I am not worth the dust off the feet of them that hate. How may I live without my name? I gave you my soul. Leave me my name.
Is that document a lie? If it is a lie, I will not accept it. What say you? I will not deal in lies, mister. You will give me your honest confession in my hand, or I cannot keep you from the road. Which way do you go, mister? Marshal!
Proctor! Proctor! Proctor, you cannot. You will hang.
I can! And it was your first marvel that I can. You have made your magic now. For now, I do think I see some shred of goodness in John Proctor. Not enough to weave a man with, but white enough to keep from such dogs. Give them no tear. Tears of pleasure now. Show honor now. Give them a stony heart and secret heart.
Hang them! High over the town! Who weeps for these? Weeps for corruption!
Go to him, Proctor. There's yet time. There's yet time. Go to him! Proctor! Proctor!
Woman, woman, you must plead with him. Woman, it is pride. It is vanity. Be his helper. What profit him to bleed? Shall the dust praise him? Shall the worms declare his truth? Go to him.